Harish Kalyan from Ring IQ TV. I'm proudly joined by Christopher Lovejoy after a long time, probably about 3 or 4 years now in the making. We were meant to link up then, but obviously because of lockdown we couldn't. But you're back here in the UK again. How's it going?
It's all good, man. I'm just here enjoying everything, all the festivities, First time back actually my first time in the UK with no lockdown, so I'm able to move around and, see everybody.
You enjoying the weather here? Because obviously you flew from Dubai and it's quite hot there and you can't complain. What's the weather like here?
Oh, man, it's kind of cold, man. Like, it's not that bad because it's not wet, you know what I mean? If it was raining, it'd be worse. But since it's dry, it's cool. It's just kind of cold. I'm not like a cold person. I'm like a more outdoor, sunny, get a tan, sweat, work out type person, outdoors, So,
You're here for obviously an exhibition against a fighter from the States as well. It's on the undercard of Floyd Mayweather's exhibition. But just before we get into the boxing, there's not much footage of you online or anything. You're like a mysterious boxer, but you've had over 20 fights, I believe 21 now. But before boxing, how was your life before boxing? I mean, what were you doing before boxing?
Before boxing, I was just hustling, man, just in the streets, doing everything. I'm from South Central LA, so, I was into whatever goes on in South Central, I was into it. However we make money, I was doing all that stuff, just spiraling downhill, could have been dead or in jail. And boxing saved my life, man, kept me free, kept me out of jail, kept me alive, honestly.
How hard was it growing up? I mean, did you have close friends with you, family, everything like that, or was you kind of on your own, or how was it?
I grew up, my dad was the dad that I think that's my dad, he's been in jail most of my life, but I had a stepfather. My mom was kind of like the backbone of my family. That's really who raised me. She passed away 8.5 years ago. So like she was the backbone of my family. That's really who raised me. But the streets really raised me, though. I was free. I was just doing what I gotta do to survive. LA is, that's where they made all those movies at, man. South Central LA is, you don't really get no worse than that. And at that era, at that time, you know what I mean. So I was just in the streets, man, just hustling before I started boxing.
And how did you get into boxing? Who was the first person from the industry that contacted you, or you contacted them?
I only knew one person who was boxing, man. That was Derek Rouse. Like I said, boxing is not as big in the U.S. as people think it is, and it's definitely not that big in L.A. So I didn't even know anyone who was even a boxer. I went to a couple boxing gyms before that, just go hit the bag and stuff, mess around, because I like the sport, but never really did no sparring and took it serious. So this was probably 10 years ago, you know what I mean? So after that, I never went back to the boxing gym, doing my thing, hustling, whatever I was doing. And I said, man, I want to be a boxer, I want to know, how can I get in boxing? What do I got to do? I think I can fight. I'm a street dude. I can fight. I got to just get some training, get in shape. I think I can fight these dudes, and they're making money. So I reached out to Derek Rouse, and he was a heavyweight. He boxed in the 80s and 90s, stuff like that. And he was like, well, with your age, I was 32 years old, and he like, you gotta get you some fights, bro. You ain't got no amateur fights. Nobody gonna take you serious, so you probably just go to Mexico or something, get you a couple wins. Oh, what I gotta do? He sent me a promoter down there, somebody he knew. I got me a couple fights. I think I got 1 or 2 fights. I didn't even have no sparring, no amateur, no nothing. Got me a couple fights. I was still dabbling in the streets. And I said, man, I can't do this no more. So I moved my whole family to Vegas, took my daughter to Vegas, started training. I went out there to go meet Roger Mayweather. Rest in peace to him. That was my first trainer I ever had, first person I met in Vegas. And, he wasn't really all the way there mentally, He was kind of going through what he was going through. So I went to Floyd Sr. Met with Floyd Sr. It worked out, we had a long talk. And I'm 32 years old, so I'm like, listen, man, am I too old for this shit or what? I'd rather go back. I'm making some good money in the streets at this time. I'd rather go back to the streets. I don't want to waste my time or your time. Like, no, you good. I mean, heavyweights fight, in the late 40s, If you're in shape and you ain't taking no damage. I'm like, well, shit, let's do it, So I just started training with Floyd Sr., with the Mayweather gym. met all the Mayweathers, TMT team, everybody, and just start training. You know what I'm saying? It was a on-the-job process. You know what I'm saying? So I just started getting wins. Every time I made some money, call a promoter. You got to fight for me. Next week, come down here, man. Send me the money. Bam, send the money. You know what I'm saying? Give me another win. 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, 8-0, 10-0. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I'm in the gyms. I'm sparring different people, meeting different people. My record's starting to get there, so I make a little noise, but I still ain't really fought nobody. I'm still out of shape. I ain't never really got in real shape, so I'm still kind of like just, making a name for myself. And 7 or 8 wins in Mexico, you ain't really making no noise like that, you know what I'm saying? So you still got to keep grinding. So at this time, a year or two went by, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck this, I got to hurry speed it up. I think I fought like 9 times in 2018. I kept fighting back to back to back. Every other week, whenever I had a fight, I fought on it. I got me a little belt down there. I got ranked by WBA. I think I was 16-0, something like that. I started meeting all the boxers and all that stuff and seeing them get ranked. Once I got ranked, I met Don King. He reached out, signed with Don King. You know what I'm saying? Send me some money. I thought it was gonna be on, but shit, it's 4 years went by. He didn't give me one fight. You know what I'm saying? So in the midst of all that, me fighting and learning, it's on-the-job training, getting all these fights, getting ranked, getting known around the world. I landed me a fight with Dave Allen. I'm 2 years in the Don King contract at this time. He still ain't gave me a fight. I got this fight on my own. He didn't even know I was fighting, so I talked to him before I went to the fight. They flew me out here. The fight, everything's going good. It blew up a little bit. A lot of commotion, a lot of activity going on with this fight. And I guess he seen it was going to be bigger than what he thought it was going to be. He wanted to call and stop the fight and try to get more money out of the situation. Eddie Hearn telling me, what's this paperwork? What's this about? We tried to clear it up. They said, don't worry about it. They're going to make him an offer and see if he can fight. And they didn't come to an agreement. And it's just been beef since then, you know what I mean? So as soon as I flew back, I got my lawyer start to file this paperwork. You know what I'm saying? I got this contract. This dude ain't no good, you know what I mean? So once you start, cutting off my money, it's a different program, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I had to file bankruptcy. It was a loophole in bankruptcy that let me able to fight, main charge fight, to give me some money because I've been starving because I couldn't fight no more. I couldn't make a living. So after all that, I finally got out of the contract. And then promoters still was kind of like hesitant on booking me for fights because of that situation. He stopped my fights and I was still in the contract. So what I had to do was I just let the whole contract expire. Even though the contract was deemed terminated last year, I still let the contract expire, so there's no excuses now. You know what I'm saying? If somebody want to fight, we can fight. I'm not in a contract with anybody. You know what I mean? And that's where we at. You know what I'm saying? Back grinding. I'm out the contract. Been out the contract about 3 months. You know what I'm saying? I talked to some big money people in Dubai. They moved me out there and housed me and get me in a camp where I could get in shape. And we can make a run for it. You know what I'm saying? But I had this fight right here lined up. You know what I'm saying? Floyd looked out for me. I told him my situation. He gave me a bag, come do an exhibition. It won't go on my record, win, lose, or draw. It'll help me out with financial stuff I got going on in Dubai. So after this, I'm going to go back to Dubai and train, get the weight down. And we're going to make a run for it. We got some big names on the menu. We got some real big names on the menu. That's where we at, man.
What were your conversations? It seems like Don King wasted a lot of time with you, wasted your time in particular. What were the conversations you were having? There must have been some frustrating times when you wanted to fight and this guy's just holding you back.
Well, just a bunch of fake promises, man. A bunch of promises never came through. Promising me this fight, promising me this, you know what I'm saying? Like, promising big fights, you know what I'm saying? Stuff at the end of the road, but it was never nothing, no gold at the end of the road, just a whole bunch of promises never came through. And like I said, I was patient with it, The people who put me with Don King was trying to tell me that he got good intentions, but he just played out, you know what I'm saying? No network's gonna deal with him, no promoter's gonna promote with him. He ain't nobody doing that with him, so he kind of like blackballed himself in his own little circle. And even with that, he's not even throwing any shows. He got fighters still ain't fighting. And I say his time ran out. He was good back then, but at this day and age, you can't do nothing for nobody. And I was just money hungry. I was 13, 15, No promoters wouldn't give me no action. So, yeah, I had to take the deal, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a risk taker, man. You know what I'm saying?
It seems like obviously Don King, obviously for you was a bad deal. It seems like you haven't had any luck with managers or promoters. I mean, I believe you're a free agent now, right? Is there anyone out there you would like to work with?
I mean, at this point, I got to just do my own thing. You know what I mean? I got the record. I got to just get in shape. Well, I'm still where I was a few years ago. Just one fight away from a big fight. You know what I'm saying? But I got big fights on the menu right now as we speak. You know what I'm saying? I got it just up to me. Go lock in and go get in shape. As far as working with somebody, I work with anybody. You know what I'm saying? But they're all waiting on me to see what I'm gonna do. They seeing if I'm gonna come in shape, if I'm gonna take this shit serious, if I'm gonna really come to fight. You know what I mean? If I'm just not in it for money. So, I'm gonna do my part, get in shape, go give me a couple fights, and then we'll talk.
Is it fair to say that you've taken boxing lightly, and by lightly I mean like part-time? Your head hasn't been fully dedicated to boxing. Is that fair to say, or not really?
Well, I'm gonna say yes and no. It's been dedicated because I put my all into it, meaning I put my actual money behind myself into it. No one has done that. I put every dollar into it. All those fights I got going to Mexico, I got to pay for my own team, pay for my own travel, pay for my fight, pay for everything, pay for the ranking, pay for everything out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? I was about, a couple $100,000 in, negative. I never got paid for a fight until I got paid a couple $100,000 for my HR fight. So I really just broke even. So now it's time to really, run the bag up because I've been putting in, and now it's time to, get back. So as far as everything else, I can't say I've been 100% in it because I can't. I got to survive. You know what I'm saying? We got to make money. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody helping me. So I gotta make money and hustle and do what I gotta do and work and do what I gotta do to survive every day and take care of my daughter. That comes first, and boxing comes second. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I wasn't getting paid. The only fight I got paid for was me and Char. I've been paying for fights. So, no, I ain't giving them all because I ain't been in position. Now I'm in position to give them all. I'm out of contract. I got the budget. I got everything I need. It's no excuse. So now it's on me. So now the world gonna see what I'm gonna do if I'm gonna take it serious. You know what I mean?
Now, you're an active professional fighter. I have to ask this question: why the exhibition and why not a professional fight? Is it just something to keep you active, or professional fight hasn't come up yet?
I don't know why y'all room next to ours. We should come in here and just kill everybody.
Well, the exhibition fight, because it's a money grab. You know what I'm saying? We need money to survive. You know what I'm saying? I like money, and it don't go on your record, win, lose, or draw. Shit, why not? Every boxer want to do an exhibition. Everyone can't do an exhibition. If we can all do it, I mean, who really wants to go get broken bones and busted lips and busted noses and their brain rattle every day? I'm getting more money for exhibition than I'm getting for anything else. You know what I'm saying? So it's really got nothing to do with boxing. It's just exhibition. It's like me doing a rap show or being an actor in a commercial. It's just to pick up some money.
So this exhibition's paying out more than a pro fight?
Yeah, hell yeah. Shit, you got the money Mayweather doing it. What you mean? Everybody wants to do exhibitions. Boxing is cool. We love the sport. We sacrifice everything. We put our everything into it and we risk our lives doing it. So if we got a chance to come do it for fun and don't risk our life and get paid more money, it's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna still do our boxing stuff. But this is just something extra.
How did this one come about? This exhibition? Did Floyd contact you? Someone from the money team contact you? How did it come about?
Well, I talked to Floyd about it. They was telling me they had a exhibition coming up, and I told them I need some money, man. You know what I'm saying? So he knows some people I know, and they said, yeah, they got you on the card. You get some money, quick little fight. Three rounds, 2-minute rounds. You get your little bag. Floyd gonna look out for you. I said, all right, cool. Shit, let's do it. I don't even care who it's against. Send a contract, send me the deposit. I'll be there. Say no more. He ended up being somebody I know I sparred before anyway. So that's cool. He might need the experience.
You call yourself, need to move on, you call yourself the UK assassin. This is the first time you're fighting in the UK. You haven't fought anyone from the UK, so where'd you get the name UK assassin from? You
know what, man? There's been so many UK fighters talking stuff to me. So I just made that name, So hopefully the first one I fight, I can get a, a dramatic knockout against him and solidify that name. You know what I mean? So that's the name I'm going with. Until a UK fighter beat me, I could be the UK assassin. That's my name. If I ever get beat by a UK fighter, then I change my name. But that's what we're going with.
Who are the top 3 opponents, UK opponents that you want? Who's on your hit list? Obviously, I know Johnny Fisher is. Who else would you put up there?
Realistically, you got Johnny Fisher, Dave Allen, Tyson Fury. Yeah, them 3.
Now, you sparred Tyson Fury in America. And there was talks of, obviously yourself, you said you done well, you held your own. But then there was Tyson saying, oh, he's a bum, he got dropped, this and that. How he would, what actually happened, and honestly, what actually happened. And is there any footage?
I got the footage, man. I never put it out, man. I put little skims of it out every now and then, some screenshots. But like I said, we worked, man. We won 2 rounds. He had 6 heavyweights there. They all went 2 rounds each. We all went the whole 2 rounds. It just bothers me to hear him say that if I remember, he said something like, slipped one time, threw a punch, knocked me down in 2 seconds, it was over, some shit like that. That ain't make no sense. That don't make no sense, man. I don't know why he would even say that. And even if that was even true, which it ain't, you don't say no details what happens in sparring. You know what I mean? Because not until lately, I never even told nobody I almost knocked him out the ring in our sparring session. I never even told nobody that. That's the etiquette. We don't do that. What happens in sparring stays in sparring, unless someone's recording, they put it out. But we don't go around and say, oh man, Tyson can't fight. I beat him up, or I staggered him one time, or I slowed him down, I had him wobbling. We don't do all that. Hey, we work, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm here to help him and he's here to help me. So yeah, I don't know why he said that. I don't know what he got going on. I don't know. I come out here and he gone. I want to track him down and ask him why he said that. I ain't ran into him yet.
Could you tell that he's levels above other heavyweights that you've sparred?
At that point in my career, with the experience I had, which is going up some years now, he was pretty up there. But I done got all the experience now. I mean, we all got 2 arms. We all bleed the same. So as long as you're in shape, we all got our own different styles. He ain't really nothing special. I mean, he got dropped by Wilder. Wilder can't fight, So.
Is that a fight you'd want, Deontay Wilder? Would that materialise?
He ain't gonna call me to fight. He get knocked out. Yeah, he get knocked out.
Just want to talk to you before we wrap this up about future fights that are confirmed or yet to be confirmed, and they're in the same division as you. We'll start off with AJ versus Franklin. AJ's now in America training with Derek James, who's a tremendous trainer. Do you think that's a right move? He left Robert Garcia, who really probably would have got the best out of him if he had given him a chance. Personally, I believe so, because of that aggressive style. He done it with Maidana. It's just a come-forward fighter. And I think AJ really needed that, to be honest.
Well, I mean, the coach can't fight for him, man. The first fight, it wasn't going his way. I'm talking about the Usyk AJ one. It wasn't going his way, so it's like, you got to do something different, bro. You got to just make it a fight, make it ugly. And he won't do that, so you go through the whole camp again and do the same thing the second fight, so that shows you right there, no matter who he got in his corner, they can't fight for him. He ain't got it mentally, man. If that was me and this dude got better skill than me, I'm going to just rush you and just make it a county jail fight, a bar brawl. Bar fight, we're going to just duke it out. We're going to see who got the best chin. We're going to see who got the most stamina, who got the most heart. I'm not going to sit back and let you move around, dodge punches, block punches, counter me, hit me and make me look like a clown. I'm going to just make you fight. That way all the skills out the window now. Who got the best chin? We're going to make it a brawl. And for some reason in his mind, he just won't do that. So, like I said, he knew that the first fight, the first half of the fight, Turn it up. You're not winning. Just go all out. And he didn't do it. So he came to the second fight. He did the same thing. So something has to click. Like, listen, bro, you're not about to win doing this shit. Just fight, make it ugly. You fight the little dude, the little guy. Not like you fight a big guy, bigger than you, stronger than you, faster than you. You fighting a little guy. Make him fight. You know, when he put the pressure on you, see, you move Usyk all around the ring. But he just won't do it. So all this bouncing around the trainers, you know, you need to bounce around your brain, figure it out. The trainer can't fight for you. Anybody can tell you what you need to do. The first guy he had before Garcia, what's his name?
McCracken.
Everyone knows what you should do, but all these trainers can't do it for you. You know, McCracken could tell him, hey, man, make it a fight, man, because you ain't doing what we told you to do. You ain't standing behind your jab, man. You know, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that, so make it a fight. So he's not listening to nobody. So all these trainers don't make a difference.
Do you think Andy Ruiz just beat the dog out of him and he won't be the same again now?
I don't know if Andy Ruiz did that to him. I know Andy Ruiz exposed him. You know, I don't think he beat him bad and hurt him and knocked him around to where, you know, he's stage fright now. I think he's just been exposed, and whoever fought him just knows that. You know, everyone else knew it before that. You know, he just finally got exposed. But like I said, he's a good, tremendous fighter. He did a lot for the sport, man. You know what I mean? He made a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's up to him what he want to do. But as far as winning the fight and appease the boxing community and the fans, man, they want to just see him be a dog, man. You know, because he don't want to, you know, sit back behind his jab and fight. You know, have no finesse. He's not doing that. You know. I don't know, man.
And just one more fight before we wrap it up. Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. If that happens, who wins? And is Usyk too small for him?
Yeah, Usyk too small for him, man. Tyson's kind of like not. He's not really all that, man. He's been exposed to it. He's just a regular fighter too, but he's too big for Usyk. Usyk is a little guy, man. You know, he should have never beat Joshua down twice in a row. You know, and Tyson Fury's not going to go for that shit. You know, he's going to jab the shit out of him. You know. He's going to jab him. He's going to block. He's going to use his height. He's going to use his reach. And he's going to win, man. That's what I think. I can't see Tyson Fury losing to Usyk. He's too small.
You think he stops him or points?
I'm going to say points, you know. I don't know if he'll stop him. Usyk's pretty slick, you know. He moves around. He's not going to sit there and take too much damage. He'll move around that ring. You know, he'll make Tyson work for it. But, yeah.
Chris, all the best, man, for your exhibition, which is probably within the next few hours, and all the best for training camp in Dubai. You'll be flying out tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow. Get back in camp, get this past me, man, and get to work.
Cool, man. Hopefully we see you again in the UK, and hopefully it's against Johnny Fisher.
Yeah, that's a fight coming up too. They made an offer already, man. I told them I'll make a counter offer when I get back, get this past me, go holler at my team, see what we're gonna do. You know, we come to the round table, see if that's the fight we want right now. You know, they kind of coming too late. You know, they kind of should have got me when I was, you know, fresh out that contract, needing some money. But I got so much stuff coming at me. Whatever they come with, it probably won't be enough, you know, because I got bigger stuff going on now. You know, they just called me to fight Francois Ngannou or whatever the name guy, you know, for $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see, man, you know.
Thank you for talking to Ring IQ once again, Chris. Take it easy.